There's a place that feels like it's been tucked away for those who truly seek beauty, where rugged mountains rise from crystal clear waters and ancient towns whisper stories of the past. Are you ready to discover Europe's best kept secret?
Welcome to Montenegro. Whee! We are in Montenegro for just under a week. We're actually here celebrating my dad's wedding, so we are going to be spending a little bit of time in Kotor towards the end of the week, but at the minute we've got 4 to 5 days in a small little town around a 20-minute drive from Kotor called Perast, and honestly it's one of the most picturesque places I've ever been.
Yeah, we got in a couple of days ago. Yeah, it was interesting on the flight in. Yeah, we flew into Tivat. The pilot missed the landing strip. It's too foggy or something. Too windy for him to land. So he had to wrap all the way around and go for a second go, and he made it. But yeah, I think it's because it's in between the mountains, which makes it quite difficult for the pilots to land, especially when there's wind and it's kind of like a wind tunnel.
It's actually the busiest I've seen it since we've been here, but it's a Saturday morning, late morning. No one gets up here until about 9 or 10 o'clock anyway. It's quiet and you get to enjoy this little piece of paradise. This morning we've headed back down to the swimming ledge and we've just had a bit of a dip to cool off. It's getting very, very warm here, so we thought we'd make the most of it. Water here is super cold, but yeah, it's absolutely stunning here. Probably one of the best places I've ever done a swim, and the cool thing about the area here in Perast is it's actually all ocean as well. It looks like a giant lake, but the cruise ships come in and you're swimming in the ocean, so super salty, super good for you, but just a nice, calm stillness.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about in Europe, but in the land down under, I guess a lot of people don't really know where Montenegro is and didn't realize that it was just a little Eastern European country next to Croatia. I think Croatia is a lot more popular, I think very popular these days. Maybe the Europeans go here more. In Australia, a lot of people don't even know that Montenegro exists. So I feel like at least for us, it's kind of, yeah, it's a bit of a hidden gem that I guess is a bit different to a lot of places that people would go.
Good morning. It is our last day in Perast, and we're up nice and early because we've got some work calls to do. So 6 a.m. calls, just got a short break now, so I'm just gonna head to the local mini mart to grab us some coffee. I thought I'd bring you and show you, whilst it's quiet, exactly how beautiful it can be here with no one around. I realised it was going to be this nice here today. It's the brightest it's been. And you can see all along here they have all the amazing restaurants, and all of them have the perfect view. Perfect timing because we just have a huge cruise ship coming in. I know I was telling you about this the other day, but it blows my mind being able to see these come through here.
So we're just going to this viewpoint just outside of the hotel, really, not too far. I mean, obviously Perast isn't massive, but yeah, it's super nice here. And yeah, let's have a look.
There's also a viewpoint, I believe, a little bit further around this main road. I actually have a vision board that I do every year, and knowing that we were coming to Montenegro, I decided to put one of the most beautiful photographs I could find of Perast and Montenegro in general, and I believe where that photo is taken is just around this corner here. So although this view is absolutely stunning, I think we're going to take a walk around the road now and just see if we can find it. It's got the tower in it as well, so let's go and we'll let you know where it is.
So it's just stunning here, all the mountains, and you can sail all the way around, and there's more mountains as you go. You get a lot of the ships come in and port here, the big cruise boats. So there's always ships that come through to Kotor, which is kind of the bigger town that's around, and obviously that's where the tourists come from, and they'll sometimes get like a bus to Perast from Kotor. So it's still not too busy in comparison to a lot of places that we've been. Like Nice, for instance, was like 100 times busier than this. Yeah, it's still really nice, and I feel like still pretty untouched.
And because it is a place where lots of people come off cruise ships or just do day trips from Kotor as well, we found that it is a lot quieter here in the evenings, which is really nice. You'll have seen some of the restaurants. They're honestly the most scenic places you've ever eaten, and pretty affordable for the scenery and the experience that you're getting as well. And the food has been really, really good so far as well. Very fresh, much cheaper than what we found in other European countries.
This is what 100 Australian dollars per night can get you in Kotor Bay. And the best part,
an incredible view over Kotor Bay.
it's a pretty basic apartment, nothing too fancy, but did the job just for a 2-night stay. I'll put a link to the Airbnb in the description box below. And although we have loved our stay in Perast, we're super excited to be spending the next 2 days here in Kotor Bay, and particularly the Old Town.
Just about to get on a boat trip, going to the Blue Caves and a few other little places. We'll go by Perast as well. So yeah, see you there.
So we're here at a small island just off Perast, which is called Our Lady of the Rocks. And it's a very short boat ride away. You can get here for €5 from Perast. We actually came from Kotor today on a boat trip, which has got around 20 minutes here. I think that's going to be enough.
Nice to see you here.
We've only got around 20 minutes here. I think that's going to be enough to take a walk around, take in some of the sights, look at the history, and take a look inside the church as well. So So ticket entry to the church is €3, but we didn't bring any money off the boat, so we're just gonna have a walk around the outside instead.
So there's another island over there that you can't actually go onto. This is the only one you can go onto. That other island's like some sort of monastery.
How long do you think it'd take you to swim over there?
Me? 3 minutes? Yeah. 1 minute for 2 kilometers.
These are the submarine tunnels built during the Cold War in the 50s and 60s by the Yugoslav Navy to hide submarines. Carved into the cliffs, these tunnels are invisible from air, but measuring up to 120 meters in length and 12 meters wide, they could fit up to 3 submarines at a time. After the breakup of the Yugoslavia in the 90s, they were mostly abandoned, but today they stand as a cool reminder of Montenegro's history.
So we just made it to one of the blue caves, and it's definitely blue. And yeah, after a bumpy ride, luckily we didn't lose anyone. We made it.
I don't think the camera properly picks up exactly how blue it is, but it literally looks like it's almost like Powerade, like the energy drink in here. Pretty amazing, the way the sunlight comes in as well, it's beautiful.
Lovely in the water. A bit colder than probably where we were swimming in Perast. But yeah, so clear. Should have brought a snorkel set. And it's beautiful and sunny at the front of this boat. So I'm just gonna relax a little bit until well, whenever this guy decides to take off.
To enter into Kotor Old Town, into the walls areas. Going to take a very quick walk around. We've not got too long. We did have a quick look in here yesterday evening. It kind of reminded us a little bit of Prague kind of town, but just on a very small scale. But going to take a little wind in all the back streets now as well. How was the boat trip?
Boat trip was very nice, and yeah, it was really good. It was probably one of the highlights of the trip. Nothing better than a boat trip in the wide ocean. So yeah, let's have a look at this old town, see what we can find. Can be a little bit busy, but
it's a public holiday today as well.
So yeah, we'll see how it is.
See how busy it is. We've just got a quick hour, so let's go take a look. What's super cool about the old town as well is there's lots of these passageways that I do not think I'm going to remember our way back from, but you just feel like you've been transported back in time, and it's super beautiful. Apparently this is the way up to the city walls. We are just going to head up there now, and I have also heard as well that there is a walk you can do up the mountains to take you to a cheese shop. So it's meant to be around a 40-minute walk up there. Stunning views. We haven't got time to do it this time round, but we'll definitely be doing it on our next return. I really love this city. I think that Perast is actually a bit more quaint and untouched and less busy. And so I think if I was to come back, I would choose to go to Perast. But Kotor's just got a completely different vibe. It's got a lot more buzz about it, a bit more going on. There's obviously the big old town as opposed to Perast being all beautiful along the water. Definitely glad we got to come to both. What do you think, Aidan?
Yeah, I think Perast is definitely the place if you just want to relax and kick your feet up by the pool. But yeah, Kotor It's pretty cool, like inside the little, how small the little alleys are and in that old town, and definitely worth checking out.